back, everyone. Sorry for the late start. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. I'm Shinigami Tabris, also known as Boomer. Tonight, we are playing D&D.
D&D.
Man, I thought this was Monopoly. I'm out of here.
Wait, we not playing Monopoly? I thought we was gonna ruin our friendships.
Oh, that's Risk.
True. No, all you gotta do is hide out in Australia.
Oh.
Wow.
And then burn the whole... Oh.
Too soon.
That's what I was like, nope.
No, like that was
No.
a legit strategy in Risk, was you house yourself in Australia, let everybody else kill each other, and then go.
Nice.
Oh.
And that was a really good strategy in Risk.
But you don't get any cards doing that, really.
Not really, but you don't have to worry as much. You can focus mainly on building up your militia instead of worrying
Have you ever
about other
played,
people taking over.
Civ, the game?
Oh, which Civ?
Huh?
Which Civ?
Civilization.
Yeah, which there's
Like-
One, there's been a lot of
There's been 5.
1,
For
2, 3, 4,
board
5.
games.
Oh, no, I haven't played the board game.
So the board game version, take Risk, but then add the fact that you can like
Ed
make...
Gandhi with nuclear power.
Yeah, sort of. Anyways, take Australia because there's no way to get to you basically.
Mhm.
And if you can guarantee the fact that you make the advancement of boats, nobody else can build boats without purchasing the boats from you. Which means, guess what?
You get a buck ton of money.
Yeah. And also, guess what that means? Oh, anybody that could possibly raid me, fuck off, you don't get boats. Yeah.
Damn.
I won a game of Civ and never dealt with a single fucking soul because I owned Australia and like part of Africa, and was just like,
Did you bless the rains there?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Nuclear Gandhi's my favorite.
Like, it's so stupid, but so good at the same time.
Yeah, but because I spent most of my time doing technology instead of war,
Mhm.
It was the way that the game works is whoever makes it to space first, or if you rule the whole board, you win. Well, nobody could take me because like I was defensive as fuck, and I had all the technology, so I won the space race. Anyways,
Anyways, always make sure to kill India before the nuclear age.
So next up, how'd the last week end?
I died!
And then you got
Temporarily.
revived.
Yes, they
But
got
now you're in
revived.
debt for like what, $6,000?
No.
We met
200.
Scott.
5,200.
We did meet Scott Fitzgerald.
No.
We met Fritzy.
We did meet
No,
Fritz.
no, who
Fritz,
saved my life.
and now you are highly indebted to her.
We're part of
It's
the
fine.
we're part of the Halfling Club.
Yeah, we did tie membership to the Inn of Halflings. We stayed at the Inn Under the Mountain, where the baby dragon lies and is a pranking son of a bitch.
Don't listen to the dragon.
Lies as in lying down. I thought it was lies as in talking.
Could be both. We didn't get to
I was
see it
expecting
awake.
the lies talking, so...
It's a drunkard, okay? It probably does.
He's probably sloshed. He just didn't want to talk.
Basil realized, oh, dragons do exist. Where he thought they were either mythical or extinct.
We
We made it to Fritz's cabin.
We are heading towards there.
didn't make it yet.
We haven't.
Oh, we had a fight right at the end, didn't we?
Yep.
We did.
I barely remember last week.
Yes, we got bandits.
They tried to snatch us.
Oh, I thought that was before we made it to the end.
No, that was after.
Okay.
No, the bandits and the dudes is where you met Fritz.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have the rules: no fighting and don't listen to Baby Dragon. Liar. And then after that, I have bandit shot me. He's dead. Got a longbow. Just in
Okay,
case.
I had those flipped then.
Yeah, I remember we found that because we found all those bolts and
Oh yeah.
quivers.
We ended with a long rest. I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we start
in the morning.
in the morning. Anything you guys want to do?
We've already discussed what my character does in the mornings, and I've already done my roll for the rare herbs.
Okay.
Because it's like every 10 day that I can do that.
Yep.
Over breakfast, I'm gonna. Oi, Fritz.
Yes.
Do you happen to have any extra room in there you could rent out?
It is quite possible. For the right price, you know.
Yeah.
You mean her rock
I would
home?
say sleeping all right would be good, worth about 5 gold a night.
She makes
The
me
rock
wrong.
home?
5 gold a night.
If she loves it so much, would you call it Rockholm syndrome?
Depending on how long you're gonna be with us, that could be quite a bit.
That sounds reasonable.
What is
For
it?
how much?
5 gold a night. To rent out some space in her
Rock home.
So I guess
Rockholm.
the real question, fuck, what's your name? Dane? I guess the real question to Dane is how much more in debt do you want to be to Fritz?
Oh, I'm quite in debt already, and I only have 40 gold, so.
So 8 nights?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But then you gotta pay. You also have to pay
Unless
her
you get-
for the.
Unless you know,
Dieting.
die again.
No, remember that's only 20 gold because half the money's fake.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
You have 40 written down. So you ain't got 20.
Well, she hasn't looked at all of my gold.
Speaking of the fake gold, what are you doing with it? The fake ones.
Oh, I have plans.
Okay. I was just curious.
Mm.
And flipping through the bullshit med guide.
Are we having her breakfast or
Oh, we made her angry.
Hard bread.
So she
We
didn't
did make her angry.
You pissed her off last time, so
Yeah,
it's
my bad.
it's hard bread.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
you
piss
left
it.
the dead body in front of her rock home.
Exactly.
I'll make it
She's like a
5 and
cat.
5 and 2 silver for real breakfast as well.
Unfortunately, the breakfast has already been served for today.
That's good.
Tomorrow we
That's
can-
good. All right. That's perfectly reasonable.
I still like to think of it as like a cat leaving a present at the doorstep.
That's what I had in mind.
She doesn't like it.
No. I mean, I don't really like it when I step out and then step on the mouse.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see that. Plus, normally when somebody dies, their bowels loosen up, and yeah, trying to make the best of a shitty situation.
Okay, how many dad jokes are you gonna make today?
Well, to be fair, he has been on the road for a month, so he's just trying to get it all out.
Yeah, I normally don't have company.
I can see why.
No, it's because
You want to hear another dad joke? I don't know mine.
Oh. At that, he's just like, I'm gonna go now.
Bravo, sir.
Oh, did he leave in the morning to go get a pouch of pipe tobacco? Everyone at home is going, oh, that's just wrong. On the road again?
So, I need somebody to roll me a d12.
D12. Someone's got dice out.
Regal roll fucked us. That's an 11.
Yay.
more XP for us.
Just kidding. We
Or-
I mean, aren't we gonna have like a foregone upcoming fight anyway?
I don't know.
we don't know. Now that we rolled an 11, it's not happening.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Ooh.
Baby copper dragon, got it.
No?
It's a leak. It's a leak in the boat.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take care of something.
I'm hoping.
sorry about that. We had a problem to take care of.
Father came back after doing man things.
What? No, what? Okay. So, you are travelers.
Not mine.
I wonder how long it takes to get to Chris to buy some pouch tobacco.
Travel to the waste.
Oh fuck, that's right. We might have to go into the wastes.
So, traveling for half the day, and nothing really catches your attention until all of a sudden you hear this like bellowing sound, and at the same time that you hear the sound, you hear what sounds like hoofs coming towards you. And I need initiative.
Why doth thou hate me?
Wow, that's a plus.
25 to 20.
20.
15 to 20.
15.
Also 15. Dex.
Plus 1.
Ha! I'm ahead.
So it's exactly that. 12.
12.
Congratulations, you've outsmarted the mushroom.
Mushroom?
Chauncey! At this, you turn and. Oh, I need to roll for Fritz.
Pritz opens a door and hides.
Means you wouldn't have got cheated out of money because you're supposed to actually be helping.
Okay. Chauncey, you turn to look towards where the hooves are coming from, and you see a large animal that, for you, you have never seen this large of a deer before. Or at least that's what you think it is.
Hey, it might be another abomination.
Oh,
A
like,
dire deer?
or no.
It could be the abomination variant, kind of like the wolf
Yeah.
or monstrosity or whatever the
Um,
it was.
About how far away is it?
It's about 50 feet.
So I'll raise up my crossbow
Okay.
at it. I mean, do I see anything other weird about other than its size?
Huh?
Fuck it, we're having giant venison tonight.
Unless it's oozing black.
Let's see.
I'm wondering if it's running from something.
Again.
Because we heard a bellow.
Yeah, I don't understand animals, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm hunting.
I mean, I could talk to the animal.
So from which direction is it?
10 minutes. Wait.
Outside?
It's
'cause I
coming
was
this
thinking
way.
about taking this spell.
Oh, gotcha.
I assume an 8 misses. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
No, it takes an action.
Edain.
Oh, sweet.
That's a ritual, though.
You can cast it as a ritual. It doesn't take spell slot,
I am going to hold
but it takes 11 minutes to cast it if you do that.
throwing a dagger until I see it being hostile towards us.
Okay. Psycho. Psycho. Give me. And Edain, give me nature checks. And Basil, you can go ahead and give me
18.
one too.
14.
So I've got fuck all for nature.
It's not that. You're not from this region. Basil.
I was checking to see if it was intelligence-based checks, but now it's only wisdom survival. Yeah, 14.
The three of you recognize this as an elk. A
Oh.
large bull elk.
See,
But it looks like a regular elk.
I mean, he's
I've never seen one. I'm a
Yeah.
city boy.
You're from the city.
Yeah.
City.
Never
Now,
seen one before.
Was that bellow?
Hey, cool. Now you can add elk to
the animals that you
normal
transform
to
into.
the elk, or does it seem like there was something else?
Maybe.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 14.
14. You would know that that's a call from elks. Basically, elks are very territorial.
Okay.
Oh, so
Uh,
it's saying, "Hey, get out of my
So-
space."
It was okay to shoot at it.
I mean, I'm gonna have some good skin.
So, Dane, what are you?
If it seems like it's charging, I'll go ahead and huck
Okay.
the dagger at it.
11 minutes of casting speak with animals.
It's gonna be
That's
dead
a
by
ritual.
I mean, you can cast it as an actual spell.
It'd be a first level spell.
Yeah.
14?
Even if you cast
14,
it as
that
a ritual.
hits.
Well, I was gonna talk to it. Now you fucked it up.
Look at you throwing a dagger at innocent, whatever it
You
is.
just shot at it.
Hey, wait. How far away is it?
50 feet.
Oh,
It's roll a disadvantage.
I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
How, I was waiting till I got in range.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
you gotta
Yeah.
wait then.
Yeah.
Because daggers are
2060.
2060.
Psycho.
I talked to the elk.
You're gonna cast Speak
Yes.
with Animals? Okay, so first, I need you to roll that wonderful d20.
Oh, we're all dead.
There's 2 ones on it.
It's an 11.
Okay.
2 ones.
Yeah.
What are you saying to the elk? You got.
We're just passing through. We don't mean any harm. Please, don't mind us.
Okay. Basil. All of a sudden, you hear from Psycho.
Turn and shoot her.
It's possessing her!
I'm oddly curious. Does it look like it's running from something or charging straight towards us?
What'd you roll for your
14.
This looks like it's charging towards you.
I'll shoot it.
Oh!
Too late. It's 22 to hit.
That hits.
Is it within range of his dagger now? 'Cause
No.
he was
No, it
in
hasn't
action.
gone yet.
Okay.
I've got
I'm just like,
long range with my longbow.
Oh, yeah, I have a longbow now.
6 damage.
Okay, it's still going.
Yep.
Uh,
And then I'm gonna duck behind a tree.
Fritz looks at everybody and is like, "Huh?" And its turn. It does charge in, so go ahead and roll to hit.
That was an 18.
That hits.
And that is 8 damage.
damn you fools.
14 total.
Dude, this is venison and a good skin.
And it falls down. And comes to a sliding stop.
I go to. I don't know what you are.
What is it?
Let's stay
No, you're
dead.
gonna.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, you're gonna ruin the.
I just look and I'm just like, why would you guys do that?
I don't think he was in a
Have
friendly
you
mood.
ever?
I was trying to talk down. What?
Have you never had venison?
I do not want to. I was trying to keep him from us. God.
I'd like to put him on a plate.
Maybe we could take some of the kidneys and
And
put them
then-
over a quick fire. That'd be
Uh,
really good.
just a bit. And I would like to try and scheme.
I'm gonna recover my dagger.
Use his dagger. This.
Roll me a d100.
What? It stabbed into it. It's not like an arrow.
You gotta see if you can find it in a big old.
You might find my arrow.
33?
It rises a zombie elk.
I'm just like,
I found it.
And then
Give me a nature check.
12.
I go to the elk before he does that, and I say, I talk to the gods to tell him to raise in peace. Sorry about your death.
You should beat me to it. 12.
12. You're able to get a hide out of it. It's not a high quality hide,
Yeah.
but it's a hide. And you definitely have meat to cook now.
Yeah.
If we cook up these the kidneys and the liver right now, it'd be good. Otherwise, they're gonna spoil before we sit down for the night.
Yeah, that's true.
Might be able to wrap them.
Yeah, if we've got extra cloth. We just gotta drain it first.
Really? Like, could it take time to?
Or
Because she, like, the whole time you guys are skinning, like, Fritz is just like, okay.
I can't leave it here just on its own today. Or,
so
rot away.
sorry, force a habit. This is how I normally make my living.
Right.
Right.
I was talking to the mother protector of nature, and I was like, rest yourself.
It's like a kidney.
For in the city, I show you how I make my living.
As much as it's fun watching you play with dead animals, it's not really what I enjoy.
I'm checking something right quick.
And we could stash them in the mess kits.
There you go.
I'm gonna stash a bit of meat into the mess kits. Then carry on. And then we leave something for the other animals to eat when they find it.
Pretty much. Because you're not going to be able to take all of it.
Oh, I know.
Oh
No,
no.
we're not going to be able to take all. We could take, if we were to gut it, we could take kidneys and liver and a little bit of haunch. That's about it.
Yeah. You're
Which
going
I
to leave a lot of
figured
that
we
behind.
Yeah.
Circle of life.
So, after, the rest of your day is uneventful. And when you get to the point where Fritz is like, okay, it's about time to stop. And she looks around and she's found a spot. And she's like, this would make a good camp. So. And she puts out her hand.
5 gold, 2 silver.
She. Anyone else?
How much
Yeah,
room have you
silver.
got in there?
You're good with the time?
Yeah.
I think I'll stay outside tonight.
Thank you for the offer, though.
So just the one.
Yes.
Good.
Thinks about it, makes an extra room, completely barren. You get a mat on the floor.
She touches a tree, and the door appears on it. And she good luck with your foods.
I saw my mechanical pencil on the table already,
Oh,
but I
sorry.
guess not. Oh, there's one over there on your. If you need one.
Yeah, I forgot there's one right
Chauncey, for you get to experience for the first time ever in your life walking into basically what's an extra dimensional building. As you open the door, or as you go in the door, and it is one of those just looking in the door, it's just blackness.
Yeah.
But as you go in, all of a sudden, you're in what looks like a house, but you can definitely tell that part of it that it's not real. Everything's got a slight purplish hue to it, and as she goes in, she starts to take off her cloak, and there appears next to her a little goblin. He's also purple.
Guess her favorite color is purple.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not
And
terrified. I'm more in a sense of wonder at it than.
right. And she starts handing all of her gear to the goblin, and it and takes off with it, and she goes, "Your room's down the hall. dinner will be ready in. And she like turns to the goblin when, and he right. In about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Dinner's through those double doors in front of us. Any room that is locked, unfortunately, you can't enter. And I wouldn't try unlocking them because the house will eject you.
Not my rules, not my skill set, so don't worry about that.
Anyways, have a good day. And she like turns and goes down a hallway and opens a door and like shuts it. And as soon as you hear it click shut, you also hear like another.
No lock.
That's what you're guessing.
Okay.
That's the bathing room.
That is my skill set.
Get near liver.
Well, you can cut up the liver a little bit.
Yeah, but she's the one we'll have to split
Hey,
the
I'm
liver
just
or we
kidding.
can save it.
Kidney each, liver each.
Sounds good to me. Split. Fine dining.
So you guys are cooking.
Yep.
Mhm.
After you've so when you open the door to your room, there's a cot, a dresser, and there's like a coat rack for you to hang stuff on.
Yeah.
Built onto the wall, so it's not just like it'll hold more than just coats. It'll hold armor and stuff like that on it. And as you're getting your stuff taken off, there's a knock on the door.
It's been 20
Just
minutes.
answer.
Standing there is a little goblin, and he.
All right then. Common.
Oh, you don't speak our tongue.
No, sorry about that, chap.
So, dinner. You eat?
Right.
What?
What?
You eat what?
Let's say a bit of chicken.
He. Bird.
You're getting
Yes.
back. You're getting back stuffed quail.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what kinds of birds, but I know feathers, and we can cook that.
Is it about that time to eat? Then, like, I'm supposed to head to the dining room.
No.
Oh.
Bye. And
Bye.
he shuts the door.
Weird.
You go in, it's just fine dining. There's like the most expensive wine you've ever seen. There's like
I'm like,
5
that place
gold
was
plus
weird. Can I
what?
stay with you guys again? No, I'm kidding.
It was too fancy.
After a couple more minutes, there's a knock on the door again, and it's the same goblin, or at least you think it is.
Yeah.
And he, food ready.
Okay. Coming right now, and I'm just, wearing my cloak and under cloak.
Yeah, you're the typical tunic and whatnot.
Yeah.
So he like walks you to the double doors and opens them, and it's like a large dining hall. Inside there are 5 more goblins.
So you like figure out how many people could actually be in here.
He doesn't know the spell.
I don't know the spell.
From looking at the dining hall, you could estimate about probably 15.
Just
Um,
thinking about the poor unfortunate souls outside.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we're
at one
having
end
kidney and
is
liver. It's great.
Fritz, and she's just sitting there like
Oh yeah. we did get
already
rid of
eating.
Hodge.
And she's. They cooked something for you. I hope you enjoy it.
I'll try.
It's a skewered turkey that still has feathers on it. It's
Let's be honest. I grew up on the streets. I've probably eaten far worse.
They stuck
the
feathers in
the
your
goblin like walks you to a chair and like points to it,
Okay.
and he like then turns to the other goblins and he and they like all start to like they all file out and then they all file back in and they bring with them like 4 different trays of food.
Gosh.
Big pimpin'.
And they set the trays down around you and open them.
She has a
And-
horrible 5-star hotel.
The thing is, you were anticipating like all of the trays to be like full. They are not. There's a lot of berries and mushrooms and stuff like that, and then only in one tray is a single. What you're guessing is probably a pheasant.
Pheasant's alright. It's an upgrade from chicken, actually.
And
It's the in between.
and they the goblins, you know, all like take the lids away, and the one he sets a cup down and like pulls a bottle over and pours and sets it down in front of you, and he empty more,
No, I'm good.
and he sets the bottle down, and he and they all file out.
She has little goblin slaves.
I am waiting to hear that goblin's name so I can write that shit down. Big pimpin' head goblin. Also,
Well, I dive right in.
I mean, it's good. It seems a little undercooked, but it is definitely filling. Like I said, there's an assortment of different vegetables and berries. The wine that they poured with it is actually a pretty decent wine.
5 stars.
I'm gonna get on Yelp and. Now, when you say underdone, is it like it's still kind of chewy, or is it raw?
It's a little chewy, but it's not raw. It's
Okay, I can deal with that.
You could probably basically it's one of those. The goblins probably cooked it to their liking more than human liking.
Yeah. That'll be good.
While you're still eating, Fritz gets up and she's make yourself at home, and like she just walks away. And this is your first time to actually see her without like any of her gear on, and it's one of those when you look at her, it's you start to realize like she wears a lot of armor probably because she is very dainty in her like normal clothing.
Right, and then when she's
Like
dressed for the day, she looks a lot
yeah,
bulkier.
exactly.
what perfume is she wearing?
Chanel number
Essence of
5.
Goblin?
Perception check, quick.
It's like, ooh, paprika on the.
You
pheasant.
smell chicken and quail and mushrooms and peppers.
You found the few goblins in the world who have culinary experience
What
and
did
have
she
all
have to
become
eat?
slaves.
Do what?
What did she have to eat?
Give me a perception check. Actually, never mind. Passive perception. She did not have any meat. It was all vegetables.
She's a vegetarian.
Probably why she turned away
Worse,
when we
worse.
were butchering.
She's
Yes.
a vegan. So I do want to do something after summer.
Yeah.
She said I couldn't go into any rooms that were locked, and not try to.
Mhm.
Can I try and see if a room is locked?
You can try.
And if it's not locked, I can go in.
You can
That's
try.
the truth.
So you're gonna try to like wander through the house.
Yeah, just do a little bit of exploring.
Okay. You do find that there are a couple of rooms that, like, when you try to turn the knob, it doesn't turn.
Right.
But you do find that some of them do open. On the ones that do open, one of them is like a bathing room. It's got a tub. And when you open the door, like, a goblin, like, sits up and he... No!
I'm guessing
I'm
that's
not.
hello.
I'm not gonna take a bath with a creepy goblin. No, it's not gonna happen.
Like, is he in the water or?
No, he's standing
Oh,
He's the
outside
bathroom
the water.
attendant.
He's an attendant.
Yeah.
You can ask him to leave. Good shit. They're slaves. It's like having a fuck ton of unseen servants in a mansion.
Except they're sane.
Which means this isn't Mordenkainen's.
Okay.
Holy fuck, she has her own variant. This is
Just-
amazing.
Just doing my little bit of research.
Other than the bathing room, you find another what looks like a dining hall, but it's not like it's not set up like a dining hall, and it's a smaller table.
With castle room.
And then a third room you come into has like a table on it, and it's this large rectangular table, and on it is a like huge map.
I'd like to study that map a bit.
On the map, there's a bunch of pins, or like not pins, but like little red pieces, and they're spread out quite a distance. Most of them stay along the coastline, but there are a few that are more inlet on the map.
Are they kind of labeled in any way, or?
Nope.
Okay.
You said you're studying the map?
Yeah.
The map also on it has what you're guessing are little pieces for cities. And most of the red checks, or the red squares that are on the map, are located next to a city. There's a few that are not.
Got it. And when she was talking about having a cabin near where the lake settlement is,
Mhm.
it's clearly marked there.
You're not 100% sure where that lake is, but from where you've guessed where you are, you would probably assume that there might be one there.
Okay.
Fritz's fabulous framework.
Well, tired from the day, tired from exploring and eating. I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay.
You do get tired from eating. It's a true thing.
No, like it literally starts putting you to sleep.
As you
That's why you sleep after you have dinner.
head back to your room,
I don't actually eat
outside of the
dinner,
room is a goblin. And when you get close to the room, he opens the door for you, and he thinks for a second, and he Bell 06.
An alarm.
Eh?
Bell 06.
Bell 06.
Okay. I kind of like trying to interpret. He's talking about an alarm or a wake up call.
You're not sure what he's talking about. Like,
He gave you 3 words, one of which, not sure if it's a word. 2 words and a letter. Bell 06.
I mean, he's not dumb. I mean, like, John's
No,
not dumb, so he,
right, but
that's just a rough estimation of what I think he's saying.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. The rest of you, I need watches, and guess what? You all 3 have to take a watch because
No, lawman loves taking whole night watches and not getting sleep.
Shut your face, sir.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's okay, it's only a disadvantage all the time. Ouch.
Ooh.
I'm the only one that remains unaffiliated.
Ooh. I made worse than you.
First watch.
9.
Second watch.
It's with perception, right?
Yep. 5. Third watch.
15.
Yeah, that palisade is looking real nice right about now.
You your night goes by uneventful.
Thank God.
Thank Barth.
Thank the gods.
Chauncey, it almost seems like your head had just hit the pillow when all of a sudden there's a loud, like, banging at the door.
Yes.
The door opens and you hear "Nice and warm!"
Yep, I'm up.
Sorry,
I don't like
audience.
sleep. I like being awake.
Now, is it like it was such a heavy sleep that it didn't feel long, or... Oh, bell 06. It wasn't 6 o'clock, it was bell in 6 minutes.
That would be bad. Very bad.
You get up and you can already smell food cooking.
Oh yes, this is what I pay for.
You walk down the hallway, and as soon as you get in, like, there's already it's not as many goblins this time.
Yeah, some get to sleep in.
And one of them walks up and, like, puts a cup down and pours an ale for you, and he runs out and through one of the doors, and then a couple of minutes later another one comes in with a tray, and he sets it down, and on it is cheese, bread, and a little bit of bacon.
So these goblins are sort of like house elves.
To an extent.
It's cool.
They're domestic domicile servants. Domestic domicile dogs. There we go.
Okay.
Well, the spell that I was thinking it was called Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Oh.
After
It's
a couple
not
of
bad.
minutes, another one, like, you see 2 more of them walking with a table, and it has no legs, and they, like, walk through the dining area with the table, and then, like,
Not bad.
and you don't know what in the world they're doing because you're just sitting there eating. And after a couple of minutes, Fritz comes in and she's, "Oh, you're up already."
That alarm was quite jolting.
What time did he have you get up?
It said Bellow 6.
6 bells. Okay. Not bad. I would have waited for 7. 8 is pushing.
Oh shit! It's all good morning.
You're figuring out my goblin.
Shit! I'm learning.
Roll for disbelief. Not you.
I believe everything. He's like, roll for disbelief, so I just yeeted it 1. It's like, nope, I believe it. Then I drop it and it's 20.
She sits down and has a couple of, like, berries and a few mushrooms, and while she's, like, sitting and waiting, you see 4 goblins, like, have lined up with gear, and they're just holding it.
Is it my gear?
Nope.
It's Fritz's.
Oh.
And once she finishes eating, she stands up and, like, as she's gets up, one of them hands her a notepad, or a pad with, like, parchment on it, and she scribbles some things down on it, and then hands it back to him. And the whole time that she's scribbling on it, they're slowly putting like a belt around her.
They're helping Dawn armor,
Yeah.
so it doesn't take her as long.
And within a couple of
Best
minutes,
slaves. ever.
yeah, within a couple of minutes, she has all of her armor on, and the last one brings her her cloak, and she like puts it on. That's the only thing she puts on herself. And she's, shall we go?
Sounds about right.
Are you getting your gear on, dude?
Oh,
Well, I thought it may have taken a second before, leaving my
Before
room
breakfast,
naked.
you put on your armor and stuff. Before
Yeah.
you went in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So like as you walk out, there's a table with, like right outside of the door, there's a small table with bacon, bread, and cheese. Dane never noticed it pop up. And it is
Even
one of
with that
those,
perception?
huh?
Even with a 15 perception?
Yep.
Wow.
And it's one of those like, for you, like you noticed it, but it was one of those like it wasn't there, and then you turned around and it is, and you're like, the fuck?
I don't know how she fucking does it.
I guess she's not mad at us anymore.
Magic.
Magic, motherfucker.
And it is for the other two, for Basil and Psycho, as you guys get up and come out of your tent, there's this table with a small spread on it.
Morning. Bacon.
Does my exhaustion level recover, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot I had that.
It should have recovered with your long rest.
Okay.
You lose 1 exhaustion point per long rest.
Okay.
So if you have more than 1, it's going to take multiple nights.
Oh, I only had 1. That's why I
I was
was.
just letting you know.
You're good.
Because if you're a barbarian, you can easily rack them bitches up.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been looking into it.
So,
To the point where you can die.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
a boss fight.
as you walk out, Chauncey,
Mm-hmm.
what are you guys doing?
Eating breakfast.
Breakfast! And I'm still reading in the book.
Because I've already had breakfast, just sitting,
Yeah.
sort of pal around.
I was writing in my journal and then closed it when I saw food and said, okay, I'm eating now.
Like, I'm just spending a little bit each day going through the book, and then when I finish, restart. Just keep going over and over. Try and find discrepancies and things that shouldn't work.
Okay.
Well, since I was up already when the breakfast came, I figured I'd be eating, finishing up my watch, and then once they got out, I'd start taking down the tent and everything.
This would be after I go and do my thing for the mornings after I wake up and come back.
Trying to find all the rare plants. Things with their purposes.
Is that what you sound like?
No.
It's about to be like,
No, like, I could easily make him sound like, no, Basil is not aware of these crimes.
But you're not playing Akashi.
Basil does not know what you speak. Basil is innocent of these crimes, yeah?
My mother once told me my dad was on vacation.
Basil has the skins if you have the coin.
So,
I'm not a thief.
you get everything set up, torn down, and it is when you, as you guys are tearing down the tent, the table and all just disappears.
Nice.
And Fritz says, "Shall we continue towards my cabin?"
please.
Might as well.
Hey man, we ate good.
If it's as good as that palace you got up in there, I'm all for it.
Fritz's fabulous flat.
It's a dope ass spell, okay?
She leads you through the rest of the for the day. Somebody give me a D12.
I want to do it. I want to do it. It's an 8.
your day goes by uneventfully.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, again, like Fritz finds a place that looks decent for everybody to camp, and she stands next to a large boulder this time and just holds out her hand.
And I've been talking it up like all day on the trip, like telling how good it was and how peacefully I slept.
When he says
Not how peacefully I was
slept,
woke. Not as peacefully as I was woken.
I was like-
but,
when he says peacefully slept, I'd like an insight.
but
But no, it's like waking up was a completely different matter.
there is something I wanted to sneak in without Fritz overhearing. To Basil, like a whisper in your ear. There's a map I'd like to have you take a look at.
All right.
Your Google navigation and all.
Inside.
It's inside there.
All right.
I'll
So
pay
I'm
for your
staying
night.
in the mansion tonight.
I'll pay for his night.
Actually, only leaves 2 watches,
Outside.
2 people for watch.
We don't have to stay in there or not at all.
I'll stay for one night.
Actually, Psycho, I'd like your help with some stuff. You said you're smart, right?
Yes, always.
Uh,
Okay, I guess we're all paying 2 gold. 5 gold?
5 gold.
5 gold?
I can pay
No,
pay it.
it's cool. I got this. I got myself covered.
when you
Okay,
hold
you
your, when
cover.
Fritz holds out her hand. Watch him more
Anything
customers.
so.
Don't worry about it. I'll cover mine and Idane's.
Okay.
Everybody knows that Dane's broke as fuck.
If you want the meal, you get to pay two silver extra.
Go ahead and mark that off as well.
Got it.
And yours.
Done.
So
Okay, 10 gold for.
we're all staying tonight.
If it's okay with you.
And she like takes the money and pockets all of it,
Clink, 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 clink.
and she thinks for a second and taps the boulder,
Mhm.
and the door opens again. And again, for the rest of you, it's the first time that you enter, and it's that odd purple color everything is, and the goblin comes up and like, no.
Anybody
And-
speak Goblin?
Nope.
Sorry, that's the one language I don't speak.
And she goes through the same, like, she takes the cloak off, hands it to him, and she goes through the same spiel of, like, tells you where your room is. Any door that's locked, you're not allowed to go into. If you try to go into a locked door, the house will eject you.
If we try to open a locked door or try to break in.
Try to break in.
Okay.
Like I told him,
Oh,
he could
my
turn the
bad.
handle, but
Yeah.
once it, like,
Once
try
you know
to
it's
fuck
locked,
with it.
don't try to fuck with it.
yeah.
Gotcha. My bad. I didn't know if Fritz changed the rules because there's more than one.
No, it's all the same.
Gotcha.
And you basically all go through the same spiel of like you go and start to undon your armor, and after you've got your armor off, there's a knock at the door, and you all have a different goblin at the same time. And you know that you have a different goblin because when you all open, all the doors are knocked at the same time.
And then it's Yow!
Yeah, exactly.
And it just echoes down the hall.
Mm.
I don't quite understand you, sir.
Oh, hi.
Truth be told, I don't understand you either.
When you say that, you get broken common, and the only thing that they ask is what you eat. In that term.
I say fish.
Oh, for supper?
Yeah.
I'm gonna order
trying to think.
vegetarian.
Yeah, no. It's like, what would...
Chicken and mushrooms.
Chicken, mushrooms, fish.
I don't suppose you can do a shepherd's pie.
You want the real shepherd?
Shepherd's fine. No shepherds here. Just your group.
When you say that, he like looks and like you see him do this like turn and look at the other goblins, and the other goblins all turn and look at him, and he pie.
You're not getting shepherd's pie. You're getting a blueberry.
Never mind. Let me just have steak. Potatoes. Potatoes with the steak.
You get potatoes and a wooden stick on your plate.
What is teachers?
Potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
They all like sort of bow and take off down the hall together, and as they're like you can all hear them as they're walking. They're like, and you distinctly hear "pie" said in that like weird goblin tongue.
Yeah. This is the best try.
And
I think it's your accent.
You don't want to talk fast.
after a couple of minutes, there's a knock, and this time it's just one goblin, and he's knocking on each door individually, and he leads you all down to the dining area, and this time there are no goblins in the dining area. So for you, Chauncey, this is a bit odd because it's the last time there were a bunch of them sitting around. This time there's none of them.
And they were doing.
They're hunting a shepherd.
They're like be our best routine last time.
And
Alright.
the one like basically like gives you all places to sit, and he claps his hands, and this time and now you understand why you didn't see him beforehand, because a bunch of them. And the last time they all went in and like got stuff. This is double the amount, and they're coming out with it's roughly about 20 goblins this time that are bringing all of these trays.
This spell comes with free goblin army.
They just can't leave.
And
Can't be invaded either. Good army.
they set them all around you, and the fish, you've got fish with vegetables again. Instead of chicken, again, you get a pheasant.
Oh, damn. Eating fancy.
Yours this time, Chauncey, is just straight vegetables, and you have what is the semblance of a steak. As you start to bite into it, you realize it is definitely not bovine.
It's a shepherd.
It is something. It is something else.
Shepherd steak.
What was this made from?
And one of the goblins
We found an elk about a day back.
like makes a note and like yells at one of the others, and they like "Ah!" at you, and you're like
Oh,
Bear?
"Ah!"
I'll take that.
If that thing's not cooked right, that's gonna stink. Bear is one of the smelliest meats to cook. Yes.
But you have a steak with potatoes next to it, and on one of your trays is a pie.
I'm scared to open that pie.
There's a finger sticking out of it.
I asked for a shepherd's pie, and he looked at me like I was a crazy person. Now I'm very scared to see what's inside.
Is Fritz
Yeah, you're scared too.
at dinner?
Fritz shows up later and sits down and like
Still gets a plate of vegetables and
Yeah.
no meat.
no meat.
So I'm like making a show, like really enjoying the vegetables.
Mmm. What great broccoli!
Yeah.
Is this a Brussels sprout?
That shit's good. That shit's good.
Oh yeah, dude, I love Brussels.
And they're trying to like draw attention that I'm That's
So what's in the
common
pie?
liquor,
I like meat.
He opened it to see.
You opened it to see?
He cracked it open to see.
Is there a tooth and or finger?
No.
Okay.
It looks like it's fruit.
Oh,
It's a real pie.
Well, not a real pie.
I'll try a piece after this.
dinner and dessert and wine.
Good wine.
I've never been wine and dined before. Well,
You do when you pay for it.
As you're all sitting around, one of the goblins like goes up to Fritz, and you hear him whisper for a second, and she, what exactly did you order?
Well, first I asked for a shepherd's pie. And he looked at me like I was crazy, so I was like, oh, never mind. I just asked for a steak. But apparently they gave me pie anyways. But I'm scared to see what's inside.
Looks like
She-
fruit.
She leans over and like mumbles something to him, and he like whispers back in her ear, and he says it's fruits from some of the local trees. I would guess apple or pear. Not exactly sure.
hell yeah.
We're dying.
Uh,
Is your steak bearable?
so when you asked for a shepherd's pie, I'm guessing you figured what he thought.
That's where my mind went, and that's why I was like, never mind.
Which then they just assumed that you were being a silly human and still gave you pie.
That works for me.
That'll be 5 gold extra for the pie. They had to leave and go get apples. How dare you do this?
I will try to let them know what a shepherd's pie is for further times, but try to keep it as simple, since you do not speak a language that they understand.
Do they speak your language?
No,
They don't speak Elvish?
no.
Okay.
What do they speak?
I'm gonna go with Goblin.
Just goblin?
They have a little bit of common.
You've heard the fair bits.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them speak Aethoris, but
Fuck. Other continent.
Which we even know about the other continents.
I mean, we know about them, we just don't.
Yeah, we know there's other continents.
I'm just
I would hope. Schoolboy.
I mean, yeah, you probably know that there's other continents.
But it'd be
you
like-
probably don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it'd be like 1910s Coleman, Alabama, talking about Middle East. Yeah, we know it's there, but we don't know fuck all about it.
Gotcha.
or current Coleman, Alabama.
Well, that's also true. Fair enough.
There's a difference between Iran and Iraq.
They both start with IR.
And Ian.
I thought they were the same place.
When I rack my gun, I ran.
God.
Oh, come on!
No, the problem is I've heard people say that
Yeah.
in seriousness.
Anyway,
Either way.
so
Just
the
tell
rest
them
of your
it's
dinner
open
goes by uneventful.
I certainly hope so. I can make the notes if
Well,
it appeals to you. You can make it a vegetarian shepherd's pie. Add more mushrooms. I'll be happy with that.
I know what a shepherd's pie is. I don't partake in meat for different reasons. You are fine to partake in whatever you like.
I'd suggest not pissing her off again.
I was just being respectful.
Whatever you do, don't leave a dead goblin
Which
in front
one
of her
are
door.
Oh, definitely not. It's probably a good
So-
idea.
Are there any other specialties
for
that you
thought.
would like me to explain to them if you are planning to stay here other nights?
I believe that's all.
Anybody?
Mincemeat pie.
I will give them this.
Thank you. I missed
Anything
that one.
else?
I'm
Okay.
full.
Happy with my fish. I like fish.
I hope you have a good night. And she like gets up and like just turns and leaves.
Anyone else notice that she doesn't eat much?
You seen how tiny she is?
She's
Like,
real
holy shit.
small.
Fritz the Frail.
I wouldn't say that
Anyway,
when she's all
the
over
map
her
room.
Oh, yeah. I just,
Good map room.
Play.
No, I was just like, I didn't realize she was so small.
Mm.
I expected
I
her to
ate
be a little
the
bigger.
last of the
I'm
couple
gonna
of
go
mushrooms.
back toward the map room.
Okay.
Is it still
I follow.
unlocked?
Still unlocked.
Okay.
Yes, it's a map.
I'm not too much
Kiss in the
familiar
face,
with
sort of way.
the geographic locations of things, so.
Was I supposed
Alright.
to
Does
go
anything of this map seem off, or any
with-
pattern you could recognize with the?
Is there anything like? Is it a map
On
of
that hall
Tyria?
right there.
Give me an intelligence check.
am I supposed to be with you?
He just asked for me to come.
Okay, because you said you needed help with something, so I was
Just straight intelligence.
Yep.
That's a 9.
Of
Of course, I roll a fucking 6.
You would guess that it's a map of Tyria. You're not 100% sure, as like you've never seen a map of the whole continent.
Ah.
Oh, yeah,
Would
that's
at
where
least
I'm at.
Taberold and Soldir look similar to what they should?
Um,
Or are major cities pointed out?
I mean, there are major.
I would know Titch, Farron.
There are major cities on it.
Okay.
There's also a bunch of little cities on it.
Is Bloom's Meadow on it?
Nothing's marked. There's
Gotcha.
there's
Okay,
just little
sorry.
icon like.
I didn't
there's
know if it
little-
was kind of like how we had it up there.
So take a flat map and then put chess pieces or something
Okay.
like that on top of it to signify things.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of things that look like cities, and they are like designed to look like a little city.
Dude,
And then there's little red cubes
Okay.
on the map. You have no idea because none of it's labeled.
Okay. I didn't know if there were any levels or not.
Yeah, that's the reason. Even when
That's
he
why I
looked
was
at it, yeah,
confused.
he's confused as well because
Alright.
there's no labels.
Looks like it's probably a map of Tyria. I haven't seen a full map of it. Seen a map of the northern parts. That's about it.
I just want to know how far from help we're going to be when we make it to our destination.
Well, given on that we've been traveling northwest and north for well over a week now, or no, sorry, just shy of a 10-day. It's gonna be a minute.
I'm
Make
going
some
to
pie.
ask
Yes, please.
Dane.
Dan still got the stone.
He might be able to phone in for some help. If we need it. I just don't want to be caught pants down, you
So,
know?
how have you been doing?
Sucks when that happens.
It's good to be alive.
Also sucks when
Yeah.
if somebody
You did
pushes you
die there a
while you're
little
using the
bit.
bathroom
I was just
outside.
doing that.
Would have helped you.
Sucks then.
I didn't have anything to help you, sorry.
Just for aspect, try not to when people are having conversation because the microphone like it jarbles.
Oh, okay.
Be courteous of like one scene at a time, even if they're going on at the same time.
Right.
Are there different landmarks done on the map? Like lakes or anything like that?
There
Not
are
labeled, but just generalizations of them?
there are what looks like lakes and rivers, and some mountains. The only thing that you do not see on the map is what would be the waste.
Okay. Oh. That's interesting.
It's an old map, sir, but it checks out.
That's what I'm thinking it is. This map might be old. We can ask Fritz about it in the
It's
morning.
pre-wasted, yes.
If it's pre-waste, this thing is old.
Might have some questions for our host.
And the only reason I mention that is like there is a desert,
Mhm.
but the desert is more inland and not like on the coast where you definitely know that the waste exists.
Closer towards the western side.
Let's say it looks like a little map.
All right.
Alright.
That's about all I can tell you. There's nothing labeled, so I can't really tell you much.
When the goblin asks you Bellow 6, he's talking about how many bells.
I mean, that
Kind of makes sense.
that
It's
sounds
just,
like a very reasonable thing to assume.
Fritz told me to ask for Bellow 7.
Alright. Bell 6 it is.
Bellow 330.
Well, I'm making sure to get my full 8, but I am waking up early to go do everything and be back in time for us to do our breakfast and shit.
Okay.
So, what are the other two doing?
We were just chit-chatting on the table, though.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
eating pie, that kind of thing.
Are you guys gonna explore any more?
Bathhouse.
This is as far as I got.
Actually,
last
yeah,
time.
if there seems to be a bathhouse, I'll hit that up for sure.
Okay.
We've been on the
Bunch
road
of
for
naked dudes. Let's
we've
do
been
it.
on the road for a little less than a 10-day, bathing in cold ass rivers if we're bathing at all.
And at least 3 of us are from the city, so
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm from
I
a
would like a
township.
bath.
Do what?
I would like a bath as well.
So it is one of those that the goblin, like, as you go into when you walk in, like, he just stands up and like looks, and like when you actually like enter, he like reaches over and grabs the essential of a towel, and he
Thank you.
and he not hold here.
Common.
He clothes off. Help.
No, thank you. I've got that covered.
He like reaches for your belt.
Been a while.
He missed the belt, grabbed your bean instead.
they're very friendly around here.
So, no, thank you.
He looks at the next. Me help.
I mean, you two are rich kids from the city. You
Well,
you
I'm
might be
I'm
used to
rich.
this.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, you're
so
the
I'm
poor
not
kid from
freaking
the
out.
city.
I'm just like.
You're the poor kid from the city. You've probably had this happen to you.
Yeah. So
I'm a
just-
city official, so
Servant.
I'm mess with it.
So like, if you let him, he will like straight up help undress you, and like he'll walk you to the tub, and like once you
He'll
get
lead
in,
you to the tub.
he like puts the towel next to the tub,
Mhm.
and he. You need help. And he like makes the motion of like washing.
I'm used to it, so I'm just like, yeah, thanks.
So while he
And when
is,
he
yeah.
when you say that, he me or
Male or female?
You're
You.
fine.
okay. And he like he turns and and in comes like another goblin, and he's it's another guy goblin,
Oh.
but he's wearing just a loincloth, and he like gets into the tub, and like he's got like a bucket with him, and as soon as he gets in the tub, he like takes the soap and a scrubber and like goes to town, like helping like actually scrub you down.
Nice.
Yeah,
No
well-
goblin matron.
While they're
no
distracted,
goblin.
I'm totally just like, nope. I got this.
Yeah, can you just imagine a naked goblin? That's what you're dealing with here.
I've got some fan art to draw for you. Got some fan art for Psycho. It's character just hunched over and goblin. Are these snub nose or pointed goblins?
Pointed.
Okay. Just need to know for fan art reasons.
I mean, there's a little of both, but
Okay.
like.
It'll be ready when you come back.
So as
I've got
Dane's
some
getting in,
projects.
he like, you need help,
I'm good, thank you.
and he turns to Chauncey. Help.
I'm good for now, thank you.
Okay.
Actually, I could use some help on my back.
You want him, or
Sure.
he dies here. Ah!
I knew what that means. Basil doesn't.
And in comes a female goblin,
Oh.
and
Oh,
She's-
shit.
not wearing anything on top. It's just, again, like sort of a loincloth thing. And she crawls into the tub
Bridging
with
the
you.
gap between races, I guess.
No soap, please. Just the water and scrub.
She.
Common.
She don't speak common.
She don't speak.
Oh shit.
And she like pushes you
Something
and like,
like
Yeah, like,
and like
sorry, like
feet
I was
into your
already
back,
getting in.
like feet into your back to like make sure that you're like leaned almost face into the water. And like the next thing you know is you got this like brush
Mhm.
going down your back and it hurts.
And when Basil looks over, Dane's like,
Something's about to get
And
misinterpreted.
it is like
bad.
it's a hard scrub, and then like
But the reason for no soap is because of hunting practices. Soap carries scents downwind,
right.
and you can scare off prey.
unfortunately for you,
Fuck.
she doesn't know what the hell you're saying,
No soap, no soap.
and it is just like, and when she's done with that, like she finishes the scrub, she like throws the thing in, and the next thing you know, like she like you hear her cracking her hands. And she starts like massaging your back, and then the next thing you know, there's this like liquid that's poured down your back.
I'm just like.
And she rubs it in real nice and hard.
In broken kayak. Happy ending to Silver.
Nope.
But like
Nope.
once she's like bathed your back, she like yada and like straddles your shoulder and like comes over the side in front of you and like pushes you back against the tub and starts to scrub your chest. And the thing is,
Basil's terrified now. Just-
Psycho's sort of going through the same thing, except it's a guy that's doing it to him, and it's not as like.
Basil has personal reasons he's not okay with this.
I'm just my Psycho's just like used to this. My butler used to do this all the time.
But yeah,
You're just-
again,
Flop. Flop. Flop.
I've heard of a dinner and a show, but I've never had a bath and a show.
but she gives you a good scrubbing, and then again it's the whole like she starts to massage your chest for a second after she's used the brush on you, and she reaches, and this time you can see her grab this bottle and like just on your chest, and she starts to massage it into your chest.
Although this does feel really good.
When she's done with your chest, she like taps
Do
you
not
in.
reach in the fucking water. That
She taps you onto the ribs and like does this motion.
I start standing up.
And she like as soon as you stand up, she like grabs and starts to like wash around. And
At least it's not a man grabbing you.
have you ever watched a female seen a female goblin? It's not pretty.
I got you covered.
It's a male goblin with
I got you covered. Don't worry. Continue. This is highly funny and highly unsettling.
But she gives you a full scrub. She even has you turn around and scrubs your ass.
Yeah.
And when she's done, and like after she's like scrubbed and given it, this time she doesn't give it as much of a massage. Oh, you found something even more hideous than what I'm anticipating.
What is it?
Uh,
I want to see it.
What was
Show
it?
it to me.
I'm
It
curious.
didn't have tits. It had 6 nipples like a dog.
Let me see it. Let me see
I haven't
it.
seen that one yet.
Let
That's
me see it.
horrifying.
I was not prepared for that.
Doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, because I was understanding
That looks like a
goblins have
chihuahua,
like
Jesus.
Exactly. Like I
Children
was
and-
not expecting that.
bunches. Like,
Um,
they have more than one child.
But instead of giving
At
you
one
like
time.
a massage down there, it is just like as soon as she's done cleaning it, she like taps you on the ribs again, and at this point she starts to get out of the tub, and she like as she gets out of the tub, she dips a bucket into it and just like wah into your face, and then like she takes the bucket, fills it back with the stuff that she brought in, and walks out the door.
At least you're clean.
Oh, my friend. Did you have a good time?
Are you okay?
Context clues, my friend.
I didn't know.
You do now?
Yeah.
I'm all ready.
I
for
get
bed
the
than I
towel
was
and
last
just
night.
start drying and leave.
Oh, as you get out of the tub, there's the
Yeah, she comes back and just
the one goblin he runs over and grabs the towel and starts to like pat you down.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
And once he's got you dry, he like grabs the pants and like holds them out for you to like put your legs through them. He like pulls them up and like he puts the belt on and buckles it down and then grabs the shirt and he like, now come here.
I follow.
And like he stands up on a thing and like arms up, and he puts the shirt on top of you,
Basil does know the dressing aspect.
and he okay.
Hands on the bathtub, just like.
Is my ass cute or something?
No, but your whole situation was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny is not the word that
Ever
I
gonna do
use.
that again?
Probably not.
I'm ready to get back on the road. How
I'll
about you?
probably stick with the river.
Or just say no to everything.
Yeah.
We can bathe ourselves.
That's yeah.
And let the fancy ones have.
And then Psycho's like, yeah, we can bathe ourselves, and there's just scalp massage.
Doing toenails.
It's like, yeah, just. Sorry, do you have any polish? This is where we need a jester. It's like, no, not it. Chauncey's penis was the prettiest.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It was the perfect shade of purple. And Basil's just like, nope, not talking to Psycho tonight. Just going straight to bed. We'll do this at another time.
It's not anything
Yeah.
new to me.
Bedtime.
I don't understand why you're so
So,
uncomfortable.
so the only one that also gets help is Psycho. When you two try to get out, like they don't, because you accepted none of the amenities. You get none of the amenities.
Fine by me.
Psycho, on the other hand, like as soon as he gets out of the tub, it's the toweled down, helped with the clothes. It's this sort of the same deal that Basil got at the end, but like Psycho got that from the start.
No, not there, not there.
As you like go to your rooms, there is a goblin standing outside.
It was so green.
And each one of them, in the asks you which bellow, and they start with bellow 6. And
So,
You know, you started this entire night with green fuzz on my nutsack.
That's true. That is true. The doctors say it's normal. It's a type of moss, very rare.
so is everybody getting bellow 7 except for Basil?
Yeah.
777.
So.
Basil.
Need the extra sleep
Yep.
to help
Uh,
forget.
it is one again for the same concept for Chauncey. It almost seems like your head just hit the pillow when you hear like a light knock on the door, and it opens,
Please don't be the same one.
and
Bathhouse Goblin here.
when you
Sorry.
so do you wake up when the door is knocked on, or
Yeah.
he sticks his head in and he
Morning.
shame.
That's why he's not waking. He's waking everybody else up. I was the only one for 3 hours.
Yes! Suck it! And then I
He-
quietly get dressed.
He you need help,
I've got it. Thank you though.
and he turns and
Actually, I will take his help on donning the armor.
oh you
I'll accept the help on donning armor.
when you say yes, he like real lightly, and the door opens more, and 5 goblins come in, and the 5 goblins all grab a piece of armor, and they like start helping you like put it on. It's
bringing back memories.
yeah.
So for Basil, it's bringing back memories, and he's happy.
But they help you get everything ready, and like they food.
I should be back when everybody else gets up. I'll eat with them.
Ew.
And then go ahead and make my way out and do my morning routine.
It's raining. It's a raining.
Would
About
a
an
cloak
hour
of
later-
waterproofing.
Everybody else gets a little knock on the door, and it's all of them. They stick their heads in. Errol,
Is it?
Breakahorty!
Wake up early.
Is it the same feeling though?
Oh yeah, it's the like
Like you don't remember sleeping. You just
Exactly.
kind of.
That was nice.
But you get a full rest out of it, like
Yep,
you did sleep.
you get a long
so.
rest.
We never see the Goblin Chief because he thinks we all have syphilis. I can't remember his name.
Okay. I get up.
But they wake you up. They for Psycho, and for you two, you don't ever see it. But for Psycho, again, the same concept of like they ask if you need help, and like in comes a small 5 group to like help you put the armor on. And they escort all of you down. And for you two, it's as you're getting your armor on, you see this like you come out of your room, and Psycho's already halfway down the hall with a tirade of goblins behind him. And you're not sure why there's 6 goblins trailing behind him, where you just both have 1 goblin sitting at the door. And when you come out, they like escort you down to the dining hall.
It's like a mama duck leading a bunch of baby ducks.
Basil, as you come back to the door, and you enter, there's the 1 goblin like standing, and he Errol.
Hi. Is everybody already in the dining area?
Oh.
I'll wait for them there then.
He like walks you to the dining area, and again this time all they do is they set down a spread of cheese, bread, and this time there's no bacon. There are eggs
Eggs Benedict.
instead of bacon. And after a couple of minutes of you guys sitting, in comes Fritz, and she's morning.
Morning.
Hi,
Let's,
Fritz.
Morning.
let's suppose
Cheese.
y'all have
Paper.
tea.
I can ask them to get tea next time.
Sounds good.
Oh, this one's not right.
We might have it, but I don't have a lot of people that ask for it.
It's fine.
Fritz,
Yes.
I was wondering a moment if you had any idea how old that map is that you have in the room with the Lord's table.
I think that one was picked up by me father.
That thing's fucking old.
I don't remember exactly.
Seems to be missing a certain waist.
Oh no, the waist is still there. It's just not marked the way that you would anticipate it to be marked.
So there's some way to read that map that we don't know about.
Yeah, you touch it and your hand just starts rotting off.
You... most humans, I would avoid trying to use that map.
Any particular reason why?
Next page.
This one doesn't fucking work either.
If a human is able to read that map properly, you would have to cast a spell that, unfortunately for you and the afflictions that your people have, might cause problems.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
When you cast a spell, do you not have problems occasionally?
Well, I understand.
Yeah.
Wait, this problem is only localized in a specific race?
No, but most of the elves have aged and spent more time
Oh.
with it, and we don't have that issue anymore.
Okay,
Gotcha.
that's what that's the
It's
problem
they've
that
had
fuzzy
longer
about.
time to be more studious and train. Okay.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay.
By the time that you start trying to learn your magic, we've probably spent about 40 years honing on the concept of casting properly. Thus, we don't go through the issues that you have when you cast higher effects than little doubles. So when you do doubles, nobody has problems. For most of us elves, we spend about 40 years learning with casting not to have any effects on the higher ends, whereas humans, due to lifespan, don't get that chance. Our first mages are typically in the hundreds before they cast their first level spell.
So we really are chaotic race.
Mm-hmm.
We already knew that.
They are.
Druids are an exception. If you live long enough. If you live long enough, druids can be an exception.
What do you mean? I'm an exception.
If you
So,
live.
Tea and shepherd's pie and minced pie. Is there anything else? Are you planning to stay tonight?
Cool.
I think it's always going to depend on the events of the day. If we need to recover from a long, hard day, your palace is certainly more than acceptable.
I kind of need to recover from the bath last night.
He was scarred.
I am not used to that.
He was not used to having goblins help him.
I don't think he was used to any
That
kind
was
of-
a first for me.
When he took a bath.
It's the first bath he's ever taken. No?
I take it you've never visited bathhouses before.
No, there's not one where I'm from.
Interesting. And where are you from?
Town called Blooms Meadow.
And she thinks for a second. Oh, you're close to Soldier.
Yep.
There's a lot of bathhouses in Soldier.
It's on the other side of the mountain.
True.
We can easily travel to it if you know how to get up and over, but better game is towards the eastern side.
Understandable.
If we need specifics to help out in the town, which is common, we can head over into Soldier and make our way towards Titch.
Last night was my first proper visit to a bathhouse as well.
Did you experience it wholly?
No, he did not.
No, unfortunately.
I'm telling you, you get used to it.
And if you eventually get used to it, I might take your offer up on staying here tomorrow night. Gave me more chance to flip through. Gillespie's herbology.
Gillespie's.
Yep, sorry, Gillespie's. Sorry.
Gillespie's.
I'm only slightly dyslexic.
Pocket
I was
dyslexia.
laughing the whole time. I'm sorry, that was hilarious the way he reacted.
So,
Sure thing, rich boy.
is there anything you would like for dinner for tonight?
I'm good with the same thing, honestly.
Can they make soup?
What kind of soup?
Rabbit?
That's easy.
Okay.
Ooh, soup.
Chicken and dumplings.
So-
creamy potato.
The whole time that she's been talking to you, like she's been eating a little bit of breakfast. There's been a goblin like standing next to her, holding what looks like a tablet of wood, and
Nice.
she's just like scribbling notes on the little tablet thing. And it is, again, for Chauncey, this is the second time that he's seen it, like her like taking notes and leaving notes of some sort.
Can I get a glimpse of the script, like what she's writing?
She stays pretty far away from you guys.
Think of it
Okay.
like a 15-person table or a 16-person table.
And she's sitting like the head of the table.
Yeah,
We're at
you
the
fit
end.
8 people on a side going down. There's one person at this end, one person at this end.
And she stays on an end, and you guys are all like the goblins
Grouped at
always
one
lead
end.
you at the other end.
Yeah.
Okay. Legolas, what do your elf eyes see?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do your human ears hear? Racist.
But again, once she's done eating, like she just basically like she stands up and like gets away from the table for a second, and that's when you guys get to, for the first time, other than Chauncey, gets to see all of the goblins come in with the armor and like help her don it in a couple of minutes.
She done took a feet.
And she's, so are we ready to go?
Yeah,
I believe so.
What is what?
So I take one last piece of cheese.
And as she makes sure that she's the last one to step out, and as she steps out, the door disappears.
Oh yeah, if she steps out first, you get forcefully thrown out. No,
No,
forget, this is a different spell.
You're locked in
Sorry.
there
Well,
forever.
either way.
Oh god, you might get just trapped in there. Oh god.
So it acts as a maze spell too.
So you walk in and Basil is stuck with a purplish hue. He's
Yeah.
not allowed to leave anymore.
All you had
Um,
to do is try to break into one of the locked rooms and it would eject
Oh, yeah.
you.
So you spend the rest of that day uneventfully traveling.
Yay.
Again, she finds a spot to. Wait. Is this? Okay. Yeah.
No, we've been traveling for about 3 days now.
Yeah. She finds a spot and like sets up the camp, and we'll make it to my cabin around noon tomorrow.
Sounds good.
You know,
Very well.
from your late start from the first time we started traveling.
Yes, well.
Wonder why.
She holds out her hand while standing next to the rock.
10 and 4 from me.
I'll go.
Takes 5, gets her 5.
And she touches the rock again, and the door appears, and it's...
She's making so much money off of us.
Yep.
Hey, wait a sec.
This could have been.
Would this maybe
negotiated.
go under our protection clause? We're hiring her for protection and guide.
Mm.
There's some legalities. Could be. I was wondering that. Basil doesn't. I was wondering that.
For shame, I can't afford the meal tomorrow.
What?
Mm.
You blew through all of your gold?
No, my silver.
Gold goes down to silver.
You know you
One
can
gold
change,
is 2
get
silver.
Oh
change.
yeah! I'm an idiot.
It's like, how are you broke?
So it's basically the same thing. This time around, when the one that comes to Basil's room,
Mhm.
Instead of asking you what you want to eat, he's holding a piece of paper,
He's reading what I ordered.
and he
this
looks up
morning.
and he Miense pie.
Yes, it's mince. Common is weird. Yes, thank you.
And he like
It's like, mince is mince. Okay. Now I know. I helped teach.
he puts the paper away and like, yes.
Yes.
Ah. And he just turns and leaves. Same for Edane. Edane, this one doesn't have paper. He shepherd.
Yeah, sure.
And at this, he looks at you funny, and
She has notes for it.
you eat your own,
No.
but you have shepherd.
Shepherd make.
What?
Make
What?
pie. Shepherd's pie. Shepherd make pie.
No,
Pie made by this is Goblin's pie.
goblin make pie. You eat shepherd.
No.
This is Shepherd's style.
Might as well
There
make
you
her
go.
just sit in the chaotic evil.
I was just helping.
Yeah. No, it's one of these where Dave's just like, ugh.
I'm sure you've had to
Go
explain.
ask your mistress. She knows what I'm talking about.
I'm sure you've had to explain stuff to stupid people, Constable.
So, shepherds. Yes.
Lamb.
Have the chicken.
But lady says shepherd.
Go with what the lady said.
And tie.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And he like paddles. Yeah.
Just so you know, the shepherd's pie is going to taste oddly like pork.
Goes, knocks on your door and your door. I don't suppose you have any willow bark.
Actually, I might.
It's a bit of a headache now.
This time around, like, it is when you guys get there, like, it's the same parade of, like, goblins bringing out food. For Edane and Basil, you get these pies. They have a cover over them. You're not quite sure what's underneath it.
You ready to try?
There's an eyeball floating in mine. It's the leftover minced shepherd.
No, it's mice instead.
So, the shepherd's pie is made with lamb.
Okay.
The minced pie is made with goat.
Nice.
Fish is served for you. And Chauncey, are you doing another vegetarian, or are you going with meat this time?
Vegetarian's fine.
Again, it's the same. Like this time, like she sits down and she doesn't like. There's no questions. She just starts to eat and like. Is there anything you guys want to do? Say.
Eat.
Psycho.
Oh, there's also cups of tea.
Nice.
Ooh,
And a
tea.
small like
Small thing of honey.
a small kettle of tea like left on the table.
Yeah. I
Uh,
won't mind if I
would you mind? You said you're smart and knowledgeable, right?
Yes.
You don't have to get a fucking attitude. Would you mind looking over this and seeing what I missed in the first half?
This book?
Yeah.
What are you looking for
If
exactly?
you're going through it, you'll see different like recipes and ingredient lists for different potions, tonics, and medical guides, and some of them are crossed out because they're wrong, and Basil knows that they're wrong. But there's others that have like question marks or check marks in corners and stuff like that.
I can see what I can do.
It's
Can't
just
promise you much.
yeah, like just another pair of eyes helps,
Okay.
and you have schooling.
Yeah, I do.
I have to kind of learn my shit on the fly.
I've got schooling too.
I do enjoy reading a lot.
You kind of had me looking at a map,
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
not that kind of schooling.
and then the bath happened.
I can teach you how to knock over a bathhouse.
How to knock over a bathhouse?
Yeah.
It's like,
Not this one, because there's no money involved. But
yeah, but like bathhouses are firmly planted on the ground. You can't knock them over. Like,
He's meaning to rob.
oh,
now I'm interested.
I'm good on that.
I'm
No.
neutral on it, actually.
No, I'm questioning your motives.
My motive.
And so I'm just handing
Knocking
Psycho
over
the book and looking
bathhouses?
over, seeing
I was
if
a kid once.
he is making any marks on yes,
I
no,
had to do what I
babies.
needed to do to
Okay.
survive, you know?
And it's
Uh,
not the full book, it's just like the first like quarter or
Intelligence?
half of it.
Nowadays I'm a slave.
Or
so
is
I'm
it
gonna figure out how to
nature?
pay off for debt
Give me a
somewhere.
nature check.
I didn't know if it would be nature or medicine.
I got a 12.
That's what
Just
I
between
got.
you and I, isn't it?
I mean, again, it's one of those that you can tell that there's a little bit of the book that's wrong.
There's one part where it's a cold medicine, but it has labeled for belladonna.
When we are close
Yeah.
to our destination.
There's definitely things that are wrong
we
with
need
it.
you to use your magic.
Some of it's
stick
like it's just
to
the herbs
your
are
phone
listed
and
wrong
help.
of what they would do and so forth. But it's
Because we've taken
some
our
of it's
biggest
already been
house
corrected
and
by
thought,
him
I've caught
Um,
some of the stuff that hasn't been.
a little
You
bit,
almost
but not
died.
much.
Because I think I had a
So
10 or 11
we're gonna need
when
help.
I rolled it.
Are you guys doing the bath again?
I sure
Yep.
am. I enjoyed the bath.
I'm gonna request the same goblin too.
You're gonna request.
I don't want a dick flopping on me. I also don't want to like have Goblin come up and why does he have 3? Oh, that's not another leg.
Chauncey and
That's a hobgoblin.
Dane, again, he asks if you guys need help with your clothing.
I look directly at Dane and go,
Come on, it's great. Just try it.
It is nice. It's relaxing.
The massage does feel really
Just
good.
think about the relaxing part. Not the...
And this time, instead of one,
Green wiggly
like when
part.
you guys first enter, there's not just one goblin, there's 3.
Mm.
Okay.
So like the first two like instantly take care of
Yeah.
Psycho and Basil, and then the third one's like,
I'll ask for help. Peer
Fine.
You get to
pressure.
see one goblin masterfully snap off both of your belts at the same time.
no, he takes his time and does, like undresses one and then the other. And once he gets one of them into the bath, and actually it's while he gets one of them in the bath, one of the ones that started with you guys is probably finished and starts helping with Chauncey, because once you get into the bath, their job is done. They just help you undress and dress.
Is it male or female?
It's a male that's helping you undress.
Okay.
But he like they all look to the one, and he's the one that speaks common, and he asks like, me or so like
Yeah!
I don't want to get thunked on the back of the head.
a day.
Thunk.
Same.
So he calls this time around.
Come on,
There's-
ladies.
There's 3 females that come in. Again, they're not really clothed, and they hop in the bath, and they are rough. They push you around. They like
Yeah.
shove you around.
Yeah.
Your skin is red at the end of the bath. But the oil that they put on does feel wonderful on that red skin.
Yeah.
Is the
And all the
male
sore
as aggressive as the
muscles
females though?
He's aggressive, but not like
The women.
he's not as aggressive.
Now that I know, I'm going with the flow of it.
Easy with the good
Yeah,
stuff.
little known thing about goblins, they're actually maternal, so the women are actually the more aggressive sexes.
Yeah, but if I'm going with it and already know like the steps ahead of time, I can go ahead so it's not
Yeah, face in
Certainly.
water. Yeah.
baptism. Now I'm gonna scrub your back and oops, I'm drowning him.
No, if you remember, she like put it to where your face was just like right above the water, and you're like, oh. But yeah, they all like all of them take their time to like make sure you're thoroughly cleaned, and they help you get dressed again. Nothing out of the ordinary. They ask you what time do you want to wake up again.
Any beard oil?
She takes a glob in the bucket and just smacks you in the face.
Beard oil. I don't think beard oil.
But yeah, it's your typical like what you guys had already gone through the night before, basically. Are you gonna do anything?
I mean, I'm gonna explore a little bit.
There's not a lot of rooms.
Is there
surprisingly.
any others that like really catch my eye besides the map one?
Besides the map room, what you're guessing is like a meeting room. There's one other room, and it's basically, it looks sort of like it's just an open room. You're guessing it's used for sparring or some sort of like,
It's a workout room.
yeah.
Okay.
He pulls out a pipe. Can I smoke this in here?
Eh?
Okay.
I mean, Fritz did say make ourselves at home.
Sounds good to me.
Is there a library that's unlocked?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, it should be that silly.
There's like 4 doors that are locked.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go back to my room then and just.
He's gonna take one more cup of tea with
Yeah.
himself while he's,
Bella 7 again for me. I tell
tea and a
my
pipe. Sounds like a good time.
Bell 6, Bell 7, 7, 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same routine. Breakfast again is cheeses, bread. This time it's a meat that it doesn't smell like bacon, doesn't taste like bacon. You're not quite sure what kind of jerky, baconish it is, but it's definitely
Porker.
something.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I
I'll eat it.
I think it's Horker.
It's what?
It's
Porker
Horker.
meat.
Oh.
pocket bacon.
Can't be pocket bacon if you wanted to be.
I love porker loaf.
Take some in my pockets.
Have you ever had lamb bacon?
Mm.
So good.
Yeah. If you have, that's what it is. I had leftover lamb from making your shepherd's pie. Because their thought process is shepherd. Okay, lamb, gotcha.
I mean, lamb is too gamey for me. I've had lamb before, and that's not my cup of tea.
It
Okay.
needs specifics.
This is-
I was about to say, if you've
I went to a restaurant and ordered it. Like,
That restaurant was shit at cooking.
well, it
lamb.
was
Yeah.
fancy.
That restaurant was
that-
shit.
Yeah,
at
I was about to
cooking lamb.
say, I can take you to. There's this wonderful Indian restaurant that I go to up in Nashville. I get the lamb there every time because
Mhm.
it is just fucking amazing.
Because if
Indian restaurant cuisine is cooking lamb, it is some of the best you will ever have.
I'd rather have lamb or goat from an Indian restaurant than I would like beef or chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nice.
anyhow,
Yeah.
Some mint
we
chip.
make it to Fritz's cabin. It's
Fritz's
on fire.
cabin. It's Ritz's cabin.
Oh,
He's
God.
dead.
So, you wake up, get everything, get your breakfast. Again, Fritz goes through her same routine.
Mhm.
Asks you if there's anything that you're gonna need.
I don't believe so.
And
I think this is the last day that we're staying with her. I
you,
believe.
you're not sure.
Basil was under the assumption of that.
You start your travels towards her cabin.
Mm-hmm.
As you start to get close, you can actually start to make out the cabin from a distance, and it does it's this wonderful cabin. And it's fairly large for what you would consider a cabin.
How near the road is it?
It is not near the road at all.
Okay.
You've been off the road probably for a couple of days.
Okay.
But you can actually see the lake through the trees.
Hmm.
It's this beautiful sight. But as you're getting closer, she stops and something's not right.
What is it?
I'm not sure, but something's doesn't seem exactly right for the cabin.
I think someone's taken up occupation.
Don't know. Be careful.
Basil is going to start snacking.
Okay.
Agreed.
I need you guys to move some stuff.
Are we considered in forest right now?
You
Forest
tap on your shoulder, you
Gotcha.
feel more sneaky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I use Blessing of the Trickster on him,
Why me?
so you have.
Wait. You should use it on yourself. You're the one with armor.
No, I can't do it to myself.
Oh, you can?
Nope. You have advantage on sneak for the next hour. Besides, I like corrupting lawmen.
As you slowly make your way towards the cabin's door, she gets open.
Stealth check, not sneaking. Stealth.
Go ahead, give me your stealth rolls.
Well, that didn't help much.
Well,
Out of 20.
you have the armor and
Where did I have your armor? It's okay.
you're farting
20.
from breakfast.
20.
25.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, maybe.
7.
7 and 10. Nice.
We're quiet as fuck. Y'all clunk.
I mean, you
I
think.
had advantage. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Damn.
A little bit better.
Your next one would be better.
I wasted a nat 20.
So, you get to the door, and she.
We managed to creak floorboards before we even got inside.
I don't hear anything.
See, it worked.
Is there a window on either side?
There are no windows for the cabin.
Okay.
It is a like
Straight log.
straight logs with one door.
I'm just gonna pick my ear to it.
The door's
Listen,
open.
Oh, the door is open. I'm going to peek my head in. Just
Okay, push the paper that way a little bit. There you go.
look both ways before crossing the threshold. Look at Fritz and go, may I?
Sure.
Step in. Wait, is there light coming around from anywhere?
Nope.
I can't see shit.
She thinks for a second, and she's the only way for me to cut the lights on is to cut the whole house on.
wait. Pulls out a copper piece.
If someone is inside,
Light.
I'll see. Okay. Well, this is also
Let's say.
Basil's already inside.
Right. Well, if you're needing to see,
If there's anybody in here, they'll know immediately.
well, I'll cover it then. How about that?
Then Basil's gonna feel along the walls to try and find, like, hand out in front of him until he finds an opening.
Okay, which way are you going? Left or right?
I'm gonna go right first
Right is
because
right.
I can't see anything.
Yep.
He's just listening.
Give me a perception roll.
Fuck you guys.
I don't know how y'all are doing this.
17.
So you pocketed the coin.
As you get closer to the wall,
Mhm.
you hear a shh.
Like somebody saying, shh.
Yeah.
He's gonna quietly back up, back towards the door,
I'm standing
or
at the
back
door.
towards this way. And then I'm gonna be peeking out. There's at least one person here, probably more. Something said, shh.
Okay.
And I'm telling that to Fritz, who's, I think, is still outside.
She is.
Okay. I creep back around to whisper that. Your call, it's your house.
I need to see who's in.
Get through this.
Take same deal, only this time with it covered, and then just launch it into there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna end up right where the mini is, and I'm launching it in,
If
Okay.
it's,
and then immediately knocking an arrow.
Does anybody want to move your character just
I want to
Yep.
go in.
Stay out.
Fritz will be in right behind Edane.
Guess I'll be in the doorway if everyone else is gone.
I need initiative.
Ooh,
Sweet.
fuck you guys.
I get bookshelves.
Oh yeah, the bookshelves are cool. But did you see the
Are
barrel?
those the ones you painted when you were showing me the other night?
Yeah. Actually, everything in there I've painted.
It looks good.
Dude, I really like the dresser.
We're getting really high tech with our props and stuff now.
Yep. Well, go ahead and remove that first page, basically, and you can pull that other page back towards you a little bit. Yeah.
Come your other
Like
page.
that?
No. You can.
So it's like this.
Hold on.
Is it 30
Yeah,
or
there you
60?
go.
Okay. Because I don't know where it went,
Yeah.
but it's only 30-30.
That's not going to make a difference in a
Okay.
second.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna just throw
Yeah.
the lights on.
25 to 20.
21.
Might as well just put me at the end.
15 to 20.
17.
17.
It's 17.
10 to 15.
12.
Not very quick on your feet, are
Before
you,
you
boy?
say it, I got a
5. Okay.
Before you say it.
5.
Fritz gets to go first
All right.
Wow.
with a 24.
Nice.
And she casts Fireball into the room, and
Nope. As soon as she sees the fact that you guys tossed a light in there, she snaps her fingers, and all of these sconces along the walls all light up with a bluish purple,
course.
almost like fairy light.
Yeah. Is it secretly fairy fire?
If you
It's
push them
all
in, does it
advantage?
ignite people?
No, it does not.
That would be cool as shit.
And she's gonna move into the room if she can.
Oh, yeah.
She gets 45 feet of movement.
Jesus.
jeez.
Where's she going?
She's a wood elf with a permanent
There.
expeditious retreat. That would total 45.
That's about 40 there.
And you hear her exclaim, "Not you, Basil,
Basil's going to peek.
What was that she exclaimed?
Into
Not
the
not
you?
you."
And that was Fritz saying it?
Yeah.
Okay. Basil's peeking in. Now that he can see people, do they look like the gaunt figures?
Yes.
There's a door here, so I can't really see the people this way, so
Yeah.
he's going to fire at this one.
Okay.
There you are. 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 10 damage. And then he's going to be dipping back and to the other side of the barrel. And there's 1, 2. Is that somebody?
Yep.
Okay. There's 4 people. There's 2 that are different. So
Chauncey.
This guy needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's the one that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 9.
8 points of fire damage from Sacred Flame.
He falls over dead. He was at
And
1.
oh,
I will
see,
clear
the
the
problem is
doorway.
I rolled 1 from max.
Shield up.
Shield up.
Yeah.
Is that a
Not shield of faith or anything. Just my
Oh,
shield.
Just your shield. Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't cast 2 spells in one turn if I wanted to.
Disgust.
Bonus action spell plus a cantrip.
Mm.
At this,
Okay.
Blob, blah 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 blah.
No, I'd be like, okay, I'll join
It's
you.
like,
Give me power and I'll join you. Give me power and I'll join you.
you see the nobody can see him, can they?
Nope.
Nobody's in the room. Okay,
just Fritz.
just Fritz.
Haven't
You guys
gotten
don't know
there
what
yet.
happened.
Damn.
Dane.
10, 15, shush, 20, 25. Do I see anything like that I need to know about now?
Yep.
Is it a white ooze in the corner?
Nope. This guy is
That's not white.
This guy is next to the one in the back. Yep. And it doesn't look like a guy.
His knife fell off.
Oh, I'll glue that on later. Just put it off to the side where I can grab it later. Thank you. It does not look like a person.
He's unarmed.
As you walk in, it looks like a robe that's floating in the air.
That's weird.
Um,
And do these just look like regular
Holy
gaunt
shit!
figures?
Doctor Strange is pissed at Fritz.
These two just look like regular gaunt.
no, one of them. Now that you get to look at her,
Mhm.
that's also an elf.
Robe.
But also looks kind of
No,
no.
she's regular. Like, it's an elf. That's the only thing I can give you is light robes and an elf.
This is 20. And we'll go after this guy is gaunt. Though,
Yes.
correct.
If
I
it's
know that.
the
If
black,
he's
yeah.
in the black,
And going to. Oh, actually, I have to move
Fuck him up.
the rest of it.
why? Why?
What could or can I attack diagonally?
Yeah.
Oh. Thought you had to have like.
Nope.
Or something like that.
And you
As long as you're within 5 feet.
I am going to do my rapier scimitar combo. That is a 24.
That hits.
Stabbed with a 11.
Dead.
You have a +4 dex, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why.
Um.
And I don't know if she's next to you or not.
She's like up against the wall.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I tried to keep space because I don't know.
You can whip her.
Yeah, but again, I don't know.
You throw a dagger at her robe.
That's what I was thinking about, but it's out of range.
You'd just be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And it is a robe. It's probably dexterous.
Does the one in the back look any different than the rest of them?
Yes. Not too much, but still a gaunt figure, but slightly different look.
Okay. I'll hug a dagger at that person with disadvantage.
Okay.
16
Blast.
and a 2.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 2, so I mean,
That's
even
a,
with my pluses,
that's a
it's not
miss.
gonna get anything.
Well, what is it?
Hmm?
What is it total?
Let's see. 2 plus dagger would be 6, 8.
Nope. Misses.
Just shy.
Oh. Where's the?
Ooze.
Nope.
When we killed the first guy, did we hear glass shatter?
Nope.
Okay.
Whew.
Minus.
That's what I'm waiting for.
What's the dice roll for an attack with staff?
With the staff?
Yeah, if it's a magical item.
Oh.
You
need to look
see
up
the-
shillelagh, which
You
is
can
the staff.
barely see behind you. The elf starts to cast something. I need you to give me a charisma saving
So it's a
throw.
D8 plus
And it
3.
is as you come in, she's. I'll take your friend instead.
What is your wisdom modifier?
Oh shit. Charisma save?
Charisma save.
Because if you're using shillelagh,
Of course you target me.
it's your choice of
You're the one in the room,
or your
man.
spellcasting
Yeah.
modifier.
That's a 9.
Wisdom modifier is
Uh,
seven.
You feel as your
Plus
body starts to get
3.
pulled
Okay.
into
So it would be a D8 plus 3.
Oh,
another.
do I add anything?
It feels like it's being
Plus 3
pulled
is-
into
Oh,
through
It's
something,
plus 5 to
and then
hit,
all of a
because
sudden,
that's your spell at 10.
you hear
that's what I was
Fritz
asking.
mutter something, and it stops.
Counterspell?
You can only assume.
Psycho.
220. I'm in the door. What do I see in the door?
You see these two.
I see those two.
Well, you see one person, and then you see a robe that's floating.
And that's how many feet away?
It's less than 60.
Oh, you do the ice thing. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I do the ice thing. I don't set people on fire. I freeze them.
Are you doing frostbite?
Yes.
Or... Okay. So, con save. To which one?
The robe
robe?
with no eyes.
The what?
The
The
rope.
robe with no.
The robe?
Yeah.
Okay. Con save
Yep.
Yeah.
for
Ice knife.
No,
Frostbite.
frostbite.
Yeah, sorry, frostbite.
You're good. 19.
That
Nope.
saves.
Yeah, that's it. I can't do that.
Ice knife would be good right there, though.
Yeah, it would.
Are
I
you
might
moving
do
out
that
the doorway,
next.
or are you staying right there at the doorway?
That guy's dead. Both of those guys are dead. So it doesn't
Yes.
matter that
I'm
they go.
staying.
They had a whopping 3.
For HP?
No,
No.
for
Oh,
11 HP.
gotcha.
initiative. Fritz.
It's okay. We're left with robe, moon, and fire.
Yeah, Fritz runs towards the elf. Yep. And says, "I won't let you take another." And grabs her, and they both disappear.
Yay!
No, Fritz. The fuck.
We had a deal.
She's protecting us.
Okay. Well, now we can bomb rush those two.
Basil.
I can move out of the way for you.
10, 15, 20, 25. Would get me right up next to Dane. And
Oh, I also have to roll for something new.
uh-oh.
Because Fritz cast a high-end spell.
Oh shit. Really high end spell.
There's a floating robe and a gaunt person, and
And
I
a
do not
fireball
like the
waiting
gaunt
for
person.
us.
I'm gonna be shooting at the other gaunt
It's a
person.
black figure.
Sometimes I wish I was a fighter. Sometimes. Because Battle Master, not Battle Masters, the
Champion?
champions crit on 19.
Can
or
somebody
20.
give me a D100 roll?
And that gets better
Oh,
over
God.
time.
19?
Okay.
8 to the other gaunt person.
8 to the other gaunt person.
The elvish gaunt person?
Or if a 24 hits,
That does.
because this one is slightly different.
That does.
Okay.
Chauncey. You can move that paper completely off. It's not going to hide anything.
Okay.
The fire is a question mark. Fritz casts Finger of Death on herself. What you got, brother?
I am going to launch a guiding bolt.
At who?
The figure, the robe.
The robe?
Robe?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, the robe probably has a high dex, so if it hits, which probably will.
23 to hit.
What?
23.
That hits.
4d6.
What is this?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
First level
Which
spell.
Is
First.
Is it fire?
No, radiant.
Radiant.
11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And he glows.
And
Next
next
attack against
has
him has advantage.
Unless it has something that negates that.
As the radiant it starts to glow, you see shadows seep out of its arms and head and wrap around it, and the glow dissipates.
Okay.
Damn,
Its turn.
that's creepy.
It floats up to whoever's closest.
Me.
Okay.
Okay.
It gets to make
5 attacks.
Did you roll your d20?
Oh yeah, roll your d20.
Oh, yep. 4 out of 1.
Dude, you're cutting it close. I'd prefer you not do that.
I'm actually glad he's close, because my real spell is inflict wounds. That's a son of a bitch spell.
3d10.
I'm probably going to be using it as a higher
17 to hit.
level spell slots.
17 hit
17
you?
to hit.
Oh, 17 does hit my armor class.
Just hit.
12 damage.
Don't worry about your inflict wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was max damage.
Does that do more?
I
What
have
does
the
it
most
do?
HP, and that would have taken
How much
me out.
HP do you have in
9.
general?
9.
12 would have taken you out?
Okay.
12 damage.
I have 13.
Oh, I thought you had 11. Not bad.
Here comes the fun part.
Yeah.
Other dude casts the spell.
Oh, goody.
Well, he succeeds. So there's no
No
counter.
backlash.
Yeah.
What's he cast?
Fireball.
All of a sudden you see some of the wounds heal back up.
Cure
on
wounds.
them.
Huh?
On that.
Yeah, on him.
How much of wounds?
You don't know.
Alright, because I was keeping up with damage for
I
it.
know.
Okay.
I'm adding that to his HP.
Okay.
Edane.
Dane is going, well, fuck. Let's see.
We did buy healing potions.
Did we?
From.
Did anybody hand me the healing potions? Because I don't have anything.
I can throw you one.
On there? Or did we use ours on there?
I think y'all bought them while I was still unconscious. Or, I don't know.
I have 2. Do you want one?
A little later at the moment. Switching out whip so I can go across the table.
Okay.
Oop.
You sure you don't want inspiration?
Yup.
To coup de grace.
You don't want to rip my longbow from my hands and smack it? Chauncey with it?
Oh, you see, I don't have, otherwise I would have, done something with that. I'm going to flick a dagger at it. My other dagger. With a 18.
18.
Yes.
That hits.
That is 6 damage. And I'm going.
So that's
6 to the robe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to 20.
okay. Still.
He's like anti-light.
I'll put it this way: the robe was the highest CR creature in that, other than the elf that.
That got
Fritz-
camped.
Yeah.
Is the robe starting to show where?
Nope.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'll just say, Chauncey's down, and stand my ground.
Psycho.
Chauncey's
you're up.
down, stand my ground.
Swords out.
Do I want to do Ice Knife and center it on that
Oh, if you
area
do
instead
Ice
of
Knife-
damaging you guys?
If you do ice knife now, it won't hit extra people. And the shards only go 10 feet, so you won't hit us.
And you won't hit it.
If you hit the robe, the shards might hit us.
And it might kill.
And
Yeah. it
any
kills
damage that
him.
gets done to him is 2 death saves immediately.
Okay.
Please
then.
don't do that.
You could go over and heal him, but this is all up to you.
You spend your action feeding a potion.
Yeah.
So what you got for us?
Force feed a potion down his throat.
Gotcha.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
I have
Got him.
1. I just need another one.
Damn.
That's a
That's
5 plus
it
2.
was 7.
7.
So almost back to full for me. Yay.
Basil.
Basil is going to back up now that everybody else is in the room to the other side of the door and shoot another arrow at the gaunt person in the back.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That hits.
Slowly lowering its threshold of what hits and doesn't. With a total of 9 damage.
Instant. He was at 5.
He tried to heal himself.
I didn't know if this one was a different one or not.
No,
Okay.
he was low HP to begin with.
Just
Gotcha.
trying to
Like,
heal
I just
himself.
wasn't sure if this was like a supposedly named one or not.
Nope.
Because of yeah.
Chauncey. Cowboy Cody, thank you for
and-
the follow.
Sorry.
Cheers!
Half my movement, stand up.
Dipping back around the corner.
Dipping around the corner. Gotcha.
That way, fireball goes off. It goes
Inflict your
that way.
wounds on it. Inflict the wounds.
You can do that.
I don't.
Unless necrotic heals the shadows.
Yeah. So kind
That'd
of thinking in the
suck.
back of my head, but
That'd suck. All that work just to heal
Kill it with
30
fire.
points.
heal it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
Okay, yeah. Can I do cantrip and shield of faith? It's a bonus
Is
action.
Shield of Faith a bonus action?
It is.
Yeah.
I also gotta withdraw and get the fuck away from this thing because it knocked me down in one hit.
You would have to use your action to disengage.
You could use your bonus action for Shield of Faith, and then use your action to disengage without getting back attack.
That way it has disadvantage and your AC is higher.
Does it have disadvantage, or it just can't do that attack of opportunity?
Oh yeah, that's right. Disengage is no attack.
But I could do the defensive action. That's my action.
And he would just have disadvantage on it hitting you next, if he does hit you.
Against a 19, that's pretty good odds.
So what you got?
Yeah, I'll do action, defensive,
Okay.
and then bonus action, shield of faith.
Are you standing up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I use half
there-
movement to stand up.
Okay.
And then,
Because if you stayed laying down, it would be just straight roll.
And here's my roll for not dying to my own spell. Is an 18, not a 1.
Okay.
And so yeah, he'll have disadvantage trying to hit a 19 armor class. So.
Well,
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
unless he decides.
Oh yeah,
to,
by the way, 32 to hit, and that's with disadvantage. And I rolled below average.
I rolled a 2 and got 32.
Just
My
in
feet are
case.
so cold right now. Yes, I am freezing.
Wear socks.
I am wearing socks.
Put on your jacket.
No, my legs are cold.
Put your
like
jacket
my
on your
feet.
legs.
Yeah, put your
What?
jacket over your legs.
Oh, yes, I can just. It's just my feet, not my legs.
Oh,
Okay,
you
wrap your feet
just
with your
said
jacket.
I
your
know
legs.
it's the lower half of my
Just wrap your
body.
jacket around your feet.
Just wrap it.
Okay.
14 to hit, which
That-
misses.
That does miss.
As you see shadows come out of the cloak and try to wrap around you. Idane.
I am protected by my face.
You were protected by your armor for that one.
I'll step to there and do my
Face is
stab
my
and
shield.
slice.
Okay.
13.
That hits. Just
Whoa.
barely.
Damn it! Now I have no
That's
first level
6
spell slots
damage.
left.
6 damage.
Yes.
Only
And
have two.
then
At level 1,
that's
yeah.
not
Oh,
gonna
I
hit.
thought you had 3 of the whole one.
Was a 3 on the die plus 6, so that's only 9.
Nope. Okay. Psycho.
Are you recording next damage?
Not ice knife.
Frostbite.
Took 6.
6.
Frostbite, which is
Con save.
Yeah.
con save.
Plus 20 to con.
That's a 1.
That's a 1?
Yep.
Oh, he fails.
Oh, come on, double damage! No.
And it gets disadvantage on the next attack. Wait, was this ice knife?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is.
Frostbite.
Yeah.
Frostbite.
Okay. Like,
He does get disadvantage on this next attack.
6.
6 frost. He has taken cold damage and has a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll. before the end of its next
Yeah,
turn.
next weapon attack.
It's not using weapons.
Basil.
Gonna peek back around the corner and burn to the earth. 13 on the die and 5 damage.
Chauncey. Cloak has a few holes in it.
I would hope so with arrows.
It looks moth and worn.
It's like,
Bleeding.
I'm going to.
So
Just do that.
I'm gonna attack him with my mace. +5, 15 to hit. D6 plus 2. 4 points of damage.
Mace.
Bonk.
It's close. That's
And I'll like.
Half that.
So 2 damage.
Ah,
39.
so he's
2 bludgeon. He's resistant to bludgeoning damage because he's empty space.
I was like, if he's resistant to non-magical, I need to do a lot more math.
That might be cool, but he also can't drink, which makes him terrible.
So he's got to roll a disadvantage for his attack.
if it's
Yes.
if it's a weapon attack.
Well, they're all weapon
Okay.
attacks.
We didn't know if they were like shadowy tendrils of magic.
which one's he
That
attacking?
doesn't matter. I'm sure that an 8 doesn't hit anybody. So
no. Well, no.
But you need armor. then.
Edane.
Psycho is drunk, so yes.
Stab and
And
slice. That's an 18 on the die.
That hits.
That's 7 damage.
Okay. What's it at?
46.
The cloak falls to the ground.
Slice it.
Actually, it's skewered.
I want the
on
Yeah,
cloak.
it's skewered on my rapier.
I want the cloak.
Nope. You can fuck off.
Cloak
It
of Darkness
his.
is what it was. It was a Cloak of Darkness.
No.
I don't know.
Cloak of shadowy tendrils.
I'm not sure either one of us want that.
We could sell it. Tell people.
Oh
it's
wait,
the
you're a
full
cleric.
amount
Do you
of
have
time.
mending?
No.
Damn.
So now that you get to look at the room and everything,
Yeah.
there are papers strewn everywhere. It looks like books have been disheveled. The room's been tossed.
So they were searching for something.
I'll be searching the 3 figures.
I'll be investigating the house, seeing if I can figure out if they were trying to steal something or look for information.
What's in here?
Who fell?
Standard black.
Okay, they're a little more rigid than some of the other miniatures.
They're rigged.
I'm looking for my 2 daggers. One was obviously in a body, so I could get that one, but I didn't know about the cloak.
Give me
That's a 4.
It's 4.
one of them's missing.
Fuck.
It was swallowed by the darkness.
Yeah.
And no one has magic missile.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight. Lou, it's 10 o'clock.
Is it really? Wow.
10:01 to be exact.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching. Cowboy Cody, thank you so much for the follow. And My Life is to Die. Yes, D&D is definitely a category that exists in the Twitch universe.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much again. Anybody who's watching on YouTube, smash that like and subscribe button. Come on over to Twitch, Mixer, whatever you're comfortable with on the streaming services, and hit the follow button. I'm Shinigami Tabris, also known as Boomer. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are. And until next time, everyone, peace.
Bye.
Join us.